it's you! Come on in, we're glad to see you.
We are going to Bali today with a soap from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
And on Wednesdays and Saturdays,
we are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, it's so good to see you. Come on in. If you happen to be here during the live premiere, join the chat. There's a great group of folks from all over the world hanging out that would love to meet you too.
Yeah, so since today is a Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Day, we wanted to mention that on their site, you can find their scent in multiple different forms. So if you want to get a deodorant, if you want a bath soap, a bar soap, an aftershave, an EDP, there are so many cool things, even t-shirts and other things with the logos, which are super fun.
And y'all, those Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements scents become your signature scent. And if you don't want to just stop at the soap and the splash, they've got you covered. They've got deodorants, they've got pomades, they even have Mysterium serum in a few different forms. And y'all, in just about every scent they've got, you can get the argan oil bar soap, and it is fantastic. Just to get your grooming experience off on the right foot, start in the shower and use the scent that you like best.
So this is our Bay Gum. We had to steal the sticker off to put on our locker, so multi-purpose stickers too.
Great sticker.
This one is super fun, and we love trying to smell it in different forms because sometimes the oils respond differently depending on what they're in, and you get different characteristics that you like. And the bar soaps last for quite a while. I have to say, they are sturdy.
We don't think Douglas and Fran reformulate the scent in the different forms, but the scent oil does stick to the different mediums a little bit different, so there are different things to explore in the different forms. So just putting it on your radar.
It is worth perusing. There's a lot on their site.
Go check out what they call the Full Monty over at PAA. You can get all the forms. So speaking of PAA Day, what is our soap today?
So our soap today, Marcus found, and he really thought it'd be up my alley. So I'm kind of excited. I didn't read anything on it. So I'm kind of going in blind here, people.
Like I said, I wish my psychic abilities were for something useful or something that could make us money, but it's not. It's just for which shaving soaps are going to be the best. And somehow that little part of my brain pinged when I saw that Garden of Bali was available. And I just thought for some reason it would be right up her alley. I'm not entirely sure why. We're totally testing my psychic abilities
Kind of excited to figure it out, though. I'm down.
Let's see what happens when we meet the soap. All right, y'all. So from the sales page at Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements.
Do not be led astray by all the citrus notes in the top of this fragrance. Though it is a refreshing, immediate burst, the shape completely begins to twist and turn in on itself. Somewhere in between the ocean and the natural bamboo wall of the orange blossoming jungle, your nose is beachcombing.
Barefoot and sifting through the driftwood, seaweed, cedar, citrus, and sand, this is a warm, exotic, curious summer scent. You'll wear it all year, I know.
Wow, I'm kind of excited. A summer escape, maybe? I don't know
what it was. I don't know what it was, but something in my brain went, nope, Sarah is going to love this. Let's find out if I'm right. Let's unbox it. Oh, we've got a few things in here. You did not see Miami Libre yet or any of that.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yo.
That is a label. Look at that thing.
This label's just beautiful.
I guess I haven't really seen that label go by much at all yet.
No, yeah, I just,
it's gorgeous.
We have a couple of Balinese restaurants, right? I just kind of hope it's got some of the beautiful spices and woodiness that you can kind of smell when you walk in.
But it's fun. Some of these soaps are really transportive, so I'm kind of curious to see what it's like to dive into Bali.
Well, there's only one way this path is heading toward a first impression. All right, y'all. So I'm going to go first and see if my psychic abilities might be a little bit on track here for Sarah.
We did get a little blurb on some of the scent notes, which sometimes is more of a surprise. So I'm kind of curious if that helps.
I didn't memorize them. No. I just kind of know the things I read just now.
But they kind of went over my head, so I'm
curious. Citrus or bamboo, maybe.
That's all I got.
All right, here we go. Let's see.
Okay. I mean, the label's pretty. I'm curious where it takes us.
Oh.
Okay.
Y'all. Whoa. A little bit shades of La Tierra Mojada. Just a little bit, but beautiful. Oh, I get a little bit of a petrichor. I do get the beautiful citrus, but it's not a citrus that meets you as a citrus you know.
Okay.
So we come from California. Yeah, this is where a lot of the citrus comes from.
Orange, everything.
This is, I think, like a more Southeast Asian, a softer, a little bit more floral of a citrus.
Okay. He did mention that. It's a citrus, but it may not be what you're expecting, so.
And, you know, call me crazy, there's a little petrichor in here that I'm getting a sense of it. I don't think it's like a set note.
Right.
But I'm getting a sense of that.
Okay.
And it just gives a distinguished, dapper quality to this. Like you were walking into a beautiful, like, wooden structure that is outdoors. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like kind of a thing where the linens are like waving in the breeze.
Right. It's just painting that picture.
Right. And it's a sunset. It's a dusk, right? It's like,
ooh. I was going to ask if it took you to the time of day. I guess
but
that's kind of
the brightness in it. It doesn't go to like any of the deeper spices.
So more summery because of that, maybe, too.
Right. And it's kind of got like the mystery for me that Alphine has of like, you're just in a very different place and you're going to kind of have to slowly get to know it a little bit. But very much on the clean side, very much on the transportive side.
Okay.
So it doesn't take me to like a person. It takes me to a place and a time.
Oh, fun. I was just going to ask, is it more masculine or feminine? But if it takes you to a place, it doesn't really have a...
Right down the middle. This doesn't go either way for me because it is. It's a room. It's a room made of, it's like a dark wood, but there's not a lot of it. Like, it's just meant to be like to hold up a roof to kind of shelter you from the sun a little bit.
More of an awning
But
vibe.
it's meant to, like an awning, just something outdoors, but something sort of spiritual, like somewhere you go to meditate or something like that.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay, so hold on. The citruses are completely balanced here, so it's not going to hit you with any tang. And I hope that makes sense. No tang of the citrus, but more on the softer, cleaner, woodier sides, floral sides of the citrus. And then some kind of florals kind of moving in there to kind of give it a little bit of a sweetness in the middle. Okay. And then...
But no gourmandy-esque side.
No, not gourmandy. Okay. And there is not much, like, basing it. There's not a real heavy base on this. There's not your patchoulis. There's not your tobaccos. There's not those like heavier senses that's going to weigh this down. This is going to stay in the mids and the lights.
Does it feel like it's a warm place that you're at? Or does it have more, like summer heat or?
Okay. I get the sense that wherever you are was really warm about 6 hours ago.
Okay.
And now, because we live right on San Francisco Bay. So the one thing we've got is a natural air conditioner that hits us every night about 8 o'clock. So when the fog comes in, first of all, that helps. And then this beautiful bay breeze comes in off the water. And it's usually kind of strong. And it really cools off the bay.
You gotta have a sweater ready.
So with this, the sense I get is that this place was hot 6 hours ago, but now you're at the beginning of nighttime. Okay. And all of those cool breezes are wafting through and cooling you off. So nothing hot, on the cooler side. But isn't that what you want in the summer? You want something that's going to give you a little bit of a cooler sense. And just leaves on trees.
So that outdoor vibe is definitely part of it too.
Yes, not fruity. Amazing, because those citrus notes are in there. Right. But no, this gives you
what you're overall left with. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm intrigued here. Okay. It is fun, I have to say, because we haven't been around during the beginning of summer yet. This is our first almost year here.
Things are finally coming full circle for us,
that transition from spring into summer, we haven't been here for.
Because this was just leaving when we got here last year.
It was, and so we'd heard of it, but that, quick little glimpse here. Okay.
All right, take it in.
I just want to keep staring at the fun guy on the label. He's super cute. Okay. Oh, wow. I do see what you're saying by the woodsy kind of side.
Right.
And I do get that petrichor, almost florally something with the woodsy. I think you're right. When I first took a whiff, I wouldn't know what was making it bright.
Yeah.
I get that the citrus has a part in it, but I don't think I would have pulled that off right away.
Right.
And there's something florally in this that was like a specific flower that I know that my mom had, like maybe in the garden or something, but it's not a flower that you immediately smell all the time. It's not a rose. It's not one that you're like pushed in your face. It's a very delicate, different, nice, pretty flower, but it's not too feminine. Right. So when I asked if it was more feminine or not, it's pretty, but I don't think it is more one side or the other. I really do think it's more down the middle.
Do you smell the bamboo?
Yes, and I do get that coolness happening. I'm with you.
It's twilight.
It is. I really feel like I'm in a really cool movie set. Like kind of what you were saying, like it's a wooden thing on top or like a canopy of some sign. Like, you're in the shade, but the outdoor elements, the breeze is coming through. There's definitely trees around. There's florals around. There's something. And it's a place that you go to just like be calm, meditate, get away from the world. Like just from the scent alone, I'm taken to that feeling, you know?
With the air of PAA mystery, I kind of get taken to like Pankot Palace from the second Indiana Jones movie. Everything's beautiful and elegant, but everything is sort of not closed off to the outdoors. Everything is still billowy and flowy.
I do see that linen in the wind kind of vibe.
Right? That's what this gives me.
It really just makes me smile and feel like I'm at like ease. There's nothing to stress about. No. There's like a calm. It does put that summer vacation vibe in. Like you've just escaped to a nice little meditative retreat somewhere. Right. There's nothing to worry about. Like it smells wonderful. And
before I say it, I'm about to say, I'm going to make sure there's not actually petrichor in this. Let's take a look at the scent notes. All right, so I think if you're not sure if you would love petrichor or not, maybe you haven't experienced a petrichor scent yet, this might be the one to try on the way to a solid petrichor, because this has all of the beauty of a petrichor and all of the outline for me of a petrichor without having to go too deep into it. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. And I am curious if it's even listed that way, but it does create that, at least straight from the nose kind of whiff here.
Right. And just to give this all the fairness it deserves, let's build a lather here.
Let's
This is our Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements lather lid.
Lather lid.
Y'all, this fits, you want to show them? This fits on top of the Phoenix soaps like that, like a little top hat. And it goes right in your travel bag with you, just like that. It also fits the tops of several other prominent artisans, too. So there you go. And it's got these big slats in here. But we have found that this actually helps you build a champion lather, especially on the road. So while I'm doing this, you take a look at these scent notes.
All right, let's see what this list entails. I have a feeling we're going to be surprised no matter what I read.
I know.
Because I think I get.
I'm going to just read and see if there's petrichor. There's not petrichor.
I don't see that word. Okay, so here we go. Flighty top notes of lime, lemon. Wow, there is a lot of citrus.
Yeah.
Grapefruit, orange blossom, which I definitely get that orange blossom for sure.
Beautiful.
And sea salt. That's
it.
why we're outside.
Love it.
Okay. Those are definitely here. But again, I don't know how it's happening, but you're not bombarded by citrus. It really disappears into the rest of the scent.
It's a totally different kind of scent. Well, like I said, we're California kids. We're very used to that super tangy lemon lime stuff. But I think the Southeast Asian citrus is different.
There's a different side of the citruses coming through here.
100%.
Okay, so then we got middle notes of ambergris, seaweed, and ozone. That might be what I'm really getting too.
This is not the same seaweed that was in Kira Tamati. I sense it very differently.
Or whatever's happening with it is making it seem completely different.
It's a much cleaner version.
Okay, and then here we go. Base notes of amber, moss, benzoin,
got it.
cedar, and bamboo.
Y'all, it's not until the lather that you really get the personalities of these soaps. You ready? Smell for these florals.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Whoa.
I don't know how, but it's almost like the top notes they're just like the lens in, and then they immediately, the sunshine of all the brightness citrus goes away, and then you're left with that next two tiers. And I have to say that base notes interacting with some of that floral side, it really, they balance each other well. Like if you didn't have to separate the top, mid, and base notes here, they blend really well. They almost just kind of, that breeze takes you back and forth, the ozone, whatever it is, it's just kind of taking you on a little journey.
100%. And let's have a grand conversation about these floral notes. Y'all, most of the floral that I'm used to in my world are recreations of floral. I am not presented with flowers all that often, but my mama just passed away. I've got an apartment full of actual real flowers. And when you smell this, from the scratch and sniff sticker all the way to the real flower, this is a rarity in a shaving soap, because the floral that I'm getting from this is so incredibly real that it is like my nose is up against a real flower. And I don't say that very often.
Well, and it's interesting because I get that scent exactly myself, but reading through this, there's only an orange blossom listed.
I know.
And there's not much. It's not floral forward at all.
The orange blossom is so iconic that it spawned an entire genre of scents in the neroli. So I totally get it.
It makes sense.
And this is a real one. I almost love that they stayed with a single floral, because your nose is led to something so real. If you were to blend it, it wouldn't be an actual flower anymore. Yeah. So this takes you to the real flower of the neroli.
And it's almost like you can see it actually blossoming. Does that make sense? Like there's something that's active about it. It's not just a single scent. It really dances in the breeze. There's like other players and things happening here for sure.
I love how the grapefruit and the lemon are almost hidden in here, and how they're supporting the lime and the orange and the sea salt.
I know. I'm actually kind of sad we don't have the splash, because I feel like that next tier, there's whatever in the dry down. You know, that I think would be like the final thumbprint of this type of scent, because it's different. It's not a normal floral, and it's not a normal summer scent, but it takes you there immediately.
And before I ask you about the petrichor, y'all, we're going to have to go a little bit deeper. I don't sense an actual petrichor in this.
No.
But I do sense that I can see its house from here. Does that make sense?
Yes.
What are you getting?
Yes.
Why am I thinking that?
Well, and it's interesting because I know we were just in the rainforest, and that was like kind of the last layer of those. That's
the
what
Terra
we just
Preta,
had.
Terra Mohata Megaflora trilogy. Check that day out.
To me, I remember when we were smelling those, it really took me into my mom's front yard because she has a lot of flowers out there, and the fog that rolls in, the ocean breeze interaction. And I think from here, you'd even list like seaweed, ozone, sea salt, something in that zone mixing with the florals is taking us to something that's recreating that type of energy or vibe. Even
100%.
if it's not listed, it's just what we know is closest to that smell.
Yep. Since petrichor is so ubiquitous and does have sort of a Pavlovian response on the human,
it's true.
right? It sort of is a relaxing smell because it tells the human animal that rain is finally here. Yeah. You can relax. The harvest will be okay, right? This has that comfortingness of that petrichor with, I'd say, about 60-70% of a petrichor idea vibe hiding in here without going all the way to what was being done in like Terra Mohata. And I think it's perfect. I think it had to take you to that place to give it sort of that Southeast Asian flair, that Balinese idea that you're not in the United States.
Right. It's not something you're used to. It's somewhere new.
Right. Of all of these scent notes. But I love that because it takes you somewhere.
But it's interesting reading through this list too. Like there's so many different things that are in here that it's actually harder to find. Like if I say smell for the moss, if I say smell for something, they actually just blend so well. They create their own scent. So it's cool to see what's creating this vibe, this energy, this sense that we're getting. But I gotta say, this is one of the ones where it's really hard to pick out. If I was looking for a lime, I don't know if I could pull it out. If I wanted to just smell the amber, it's a lot harder. It's a really well blended scent.
Yes. And for me, florals can get really strong really fast.
I'm with you.
So kind of what I'm really looking for is a really strong identity of a floral that when I take it in, my nose doesn't give me okay, that's enough. My nose keeps going, more. I want more of that floral. That's what this is doing. So somehow, you know how florals can get that like super sweet, almost sickeningly sweet scent to them sometimes, especially when they're being recreated?
Right.
Y'all, this is being done so real and so perfectly that my nose is like, I literally can't get enough of that floral, and that never happens to me.
And I'm trying to think of like the overall, like if I had to pick 3 words to really like explain this scent, it's pretty, it's clean, and it's refreshing. Like I can't get enough. It is that like fresh out of the shower sense of like just ready
Feels
for
like
the
you're
day.
in a waterfall.
No, it's actually a really good image.
Right. And y'all, these are such strong scents, all of them, like so alive and vibrant and in your face that I'm not sure how once they put all of these enormous Ethel Merman singers together, you get something as gentle as the Tabernacle Choir.
That's a very good word. Gentle is a good word, actually.
How is he taking all of these incredibly strong personalities and putting them all together in a perfect ensemble?
It's true.
Like, it's a mad word.
It is. And that's why I think when I use the word pretty, I don't want them to think of like the feminine pretty side.
No.
Because it's not. It's just an overall general
That's a good point.
Pretty.
If masculine can be pretty,
it's happening.
We have
That's
arrived.
like the perfect intersection. I don't know how, but it's definitely happening.
100%. And you know what? It's funny. I don't get like a stereotypical Asian sense from
No,
this.
I don't.
Just more of a beautiful place that you're visiting that's not like home.
Right. And I feel like you'd want a soap like this that you could have to be able to escape into.
Right.
So when your radar went off, I do agree. Like this is a super fun scent that our summers need. We didn't have something like this, you know?
And you know, we never comment on lather here at the Barbershop Duet, but I want to show you something.
Yeah, it's quite
Look. Y'all, and look how soft that feels. Like I don't even feel the bristles. The foam is so thick. This Phoenix formula is just one of my favorites.
And now that you have it in this scent, I feel like it's really kind of getting more towards the different types of spring/summer, like that transition. This scent to me is like the perfect like switch when you have to, because here for us, it's not completely summer outside yet.
Not yet.
There's still some
It's
coolness
not even
in
going to
the air.
break 75 today.
Yeah, it's like 60 something. So we are in spring for sure, but we still have the foggy kind of need to wear off before the day is here kind of vibe. And this is the perfect scent for literally right now.
Almost a gorgeous carnation scent in here. I think there's more mystery in this than just the scent notes might allude to.
And the color I get is that, like you said earlier, like linen in the wind. Like I just get light, pretty, clean colors. There's nothing heavy or dark in this scent at all.
And I love that the picture on the label is of not only twilight, but look at space. Look at outer space. You've got a little bit of the Milky
There are
Way
some layers in there.
You get a sense of that.
Yes.
You get a sense of just the ethereal grandness of the universe.
And there's some type of a journey to this scent. Even though if you just first take a whiff of it, it could be simple.
Yeah.
It could just be pretty. It could just be nice. But if you keep diving in there, reading that list and knowing what's all in here, there is quite some dancing going on, and the breeze and the wind. There's like action to the scent.
Right. So it's pretty simple, y'all. All you have to do is get a little wanderlust going on as soon as your thermometer hits about 85, 90 degrees, and you're going to choose a beautiful Southeast Asian destination. Ooh. You're going to enjoy those beautiful soft citruses. You're going to enjoy those beautiful strong masculine flowers, and you're not even going to have to leave your shaving mirror because you just got your own! So head over to their website at phoenixartisanaccoutrements.com, or even better, do it by way of the link in the description. It's an affiliate link, which lets them know that we sent you, and it gives us back a small percentage of the sale, which we'll probably spend on soap so we can make more episodes. It's at no cost to you, and we would be grateful. Well, I've had my shave with Garden of Bali, and every time I smell it now, as the weeks have gone by, it's less and less petrichor and more of a similar sandy, nighttime, summery, florally scent. And I have loved getting to know those masculine summer florals in this, because it's the only time of year that these are really going to come out in these shaving salts. And y'all, this lather, it was my dad's birthday, y'all, 72 up in Idaho, and he's still using the can of goo. So what did I do? I sent him a set of the beach from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements and a atomic rocket shaving brush so he can do it right. Hey, Douglas and Fran, thanks for being such a great place for the newbie to discover this world. You say the secret word, you divide $100.
Welcome to Messages!
Also, our friend Craig at Opus Brush made us these two brushes to have as a giveaway for you! All you have to do to be eligible for your choice of one of these brushes is to send us an email here at WeSentYou@theBarbershopDuet.com, be one of our subscribers, and check out Opus Brush over on Instagram. Yeah. Check back here on July 3rd to see if you were our lucky winner, and the other one we're going to give away on an Instagram Live with Craig at the end of the summer. So best of luck, y'all.
I am glad that you grabbed this, because I think now when I'm trying to do that transition mentally from spring, knowing that summer is coming, this is going to be the scent that comes to me, whether it's just to escape into the vacation or to find the little meditative parts of it, just unplugging from life. Like there is something just generally calming and pleasing and pretty all in one with this scent.
And what I like best, it's a meld. It is a meld between citrus and floral. Yep. Because you wouldn't think you'd know where that line is. You wouldn't think you'd know how citrus is going to morph itself into floral. Well, citrus has a flower. It has an orange blossom.
It
so
does.
I love that this zeroes in on the moment that citrus becomes flower. And that's the mystery that it lets you discover.
And those other stuff that are in the base notes just help. There is a little grounding kind of vibe that you get from it, but I don't smell anything heavy or to take you away from the brightness of summer and fun. Like it's all just there. And I do feel if I shave with this, I'm going to have certain parts that I smell for that are a little more on the prettier side. Right. And if you were to use this, it does have that masculine kind of floral thing coming through. Yeah,
this is where masculine meets pretty. Y'all, there is a line. There is a Venn diagram where masculine and pretty come together, and you're standing in the Garden of Bali, and I love this.
I'm actually really excited, too, to see some of the other Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements summer scents as they go, because we are just on the cusp of tipping into
Brain might be on the piano, y'all.
Yeah, so if you have other ones that you think we need to make sure we sneak on the schedule, put them in the chats. We got to make sure we get on this before summer is over. Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.